Hi guys, in this video we are going to discuss the actual hardest maths paper among all the shifts of January session, right? Actually, in many websites or in Google, it was claimed that 28th January shift 1 was the toughest paper. But in my personal opinion, this 22nd January evening shift was the hardest paper than that paper, right? And it has so many of interesting questions, new questions, right? So let's dive into the question paper and let's see what's the question paper have for us. So see the first question here. So what is given here? So let n be the number obtained on a roll on rolling a fair die. So there is a fair die and it has been rolled, and n will be the number obtained on that particular phase, right? If the probability that the system of equations, this system of equations has a unique solution is k by 6, then sum of k and all possible values of n is, right? So first of all, the first question itself is an interesting question. Why? Because they mixed these two concepts where system of equations and the probability has been mixed for the first time in JMA's history, right? So you can see here. So what is the question they were asking? So, first of all, a die is there and it has been rolled, and the number on the face is taken as n, right? Now, and this system of equations to have unique solution is the probability is k by 6. Now, sum of k and all possible values of n they were asking for, right? So, let's see. So, first of all, for the system of equations to have unique solution, we already know that the determinant should not be equals to 0. What is the delta? Delta should not be 0. So delta means the coefficient matrix determinant, right? So what is the coefficient matrix determinant here? 1 minus n, 1. Coefficient of x, y, z, 1, n minus 2, n plus 1, right? And 0, n minus 1, 1. Now let's find the determinant here. So what you are getting? 1 time of n minus 2 minus n plus 1 into n minus 1. You get n square minus 1 plus n of minus plus you will get. So 1 will be getting here plus 1 into n minus 1. So this is the determinant you are going to get. So what you got? Minus n square, and here n you have another n here. Total 3n is there. So minus 2 plus 2 minus 1, and sorry, minus 2 plus 1 and minus 1. So minus 2 you will be having. So if you take out minus common here, minus of n square minus 3n plus 2. And we already pretty much know that the factorization of this is n minus 1 into n minus 2, right? If this is 0, then there will be no solution. So this should not be 0 for unique solution, right? For unique solution, delta should not be equals to 0, right? Now that means n should not be equals to 1 or 2. So that means n should be equals to 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the possible values of die rolling, right? So now what is the probability here? K. I mean, what is the probability? Probability of unique solution now. So favorable means total 4 possibilities are there. 4 out of total is 6, right? 4 by 6 is our probability. Here it is given as k by 6. So the probability is given as k by 6. Clearly k is 4. Now they were asking for sum of k and all possible values of n. That means sum of k means 4 plus and all possible value of n. That means 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. So 6 plus 4, 10, 15, 15 plus 7. You are going to get 22. So the 22 must be the answer. So it's clearly in the fourth option. So 22 is the answer. So let's move on to the next question. So let's see second question here. So the mean deviation about the median of the numbers k, 2k, 3k and so on, 1000k is 500. Then k square is equals to. It's a simple statistics question. First of all, they were asking about mean deviation about median. So let us say, what is mean deviation? Mean deviation equals to sigma of modulus of xi minus capital M, where xi is the reading and m is the median by n. So let's find out the median first of all. So what's the median? So median means it's the middle reading. If a number of terms are odd, then directly middle term will be the median. If the number of terms are even, then we have two middle terms. We have to take average of those two middle terms to get median. That means in this scenario, you can see here k, 2k, 3k and so on. So middle 500k you have, 501k you have, 501k, 502k, and so on, 1000k you have. So total 1000 terms are there. So the middle terms are 500 term and 501th term, right? So total two middle terms will be there. So the median capital M will be 500 plus 501 k by 2. So you will be getting 1001 k by 2. So this is the median. Now, so we need to calculate the mean deviation. So what is mean deviation here? Mean deviation means you have to take the differences of the reading from the median, right? So here, where I start is I can start from the middle here. So 500 I can take here. So 500k and 1001k by 2. 1001k by 2 minus 500k by 2 means k by 2 will be getting, right? And here this one is also k by 2, right? So what I will tell you is the differences up to this part, half of the part, whatever differences we got, that same differences we will get in the other half also, right? So that means if you subtract 1001k by 2 minus 501k, you will be getting again k by 2 as we are taking the magnitude itself. Next 502k minus 1001k by 2 means 2 times 1004, that will be k 3k by 2. Similarly, next, if you take 503k, you will be getting 5k by 2. The same kind of differences here for 500k, you get k by 2 only. So for 499k and 1001k, if you take the difference, you will be getting 3k by 2. That means each and every difference is getting repeated twice. And it will go up to, so total 500 terms are there. So, I mean, these terms are 500 and into 2 means total 1000 terms will be there. So these are the differences by total number of readings, 1000 readings. So now, so here you can cancel out k and you will be left out with k of 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus and so on, 500 terms, right? So here it is sum of first 500 odd natural numbers. So the formula for sum of first n odd natural numbers is n square. So we can substitute here k into 500 whole square by 1000, right? So, and it is given as it is equals to 500, right? So equate it to 500 then, right? 500 will cancel out, and 500 here it will, you will be getting 2. So k is clearly 2. K value is 2. They were asking for k square. So k square is 4. Pretty simple question, right? So we can solve a statistics question easily, right? So next, let's move to the next question here. So what is given here? So the number of elements in the relation, so in the relation r equals to x comma y such that 4x square plus y square less than none. So you need to get the number of elements x comma y such that 4x square plus y square should be less than 52 and x comma y belongs to z. That means integers only, right? Only you need to take integer values, right? So let's calculate it. So suppose so it is also a pretty simple question. We need to just count the possibilities. So here I have the highest coefficient for x square. Okay, now I will have very few cases if I consider from x. Otherwise, if I consider from y, I will have so many cases. So instead of starting from y, I will start from x, and it will be easy for us to solve. So what I can do is, so I can take, suppose case 1, what I can do is I can take x equals to 0, first case. Okay, if I put x equals to 0, that will give me y square should be less than 52. So y should be an integer, x should be an integer. So y square less than 52 means the nearest integer square is 49. So y can take the values, it can take 0, or it can take plus or minus 1. So whose square is 1. It can take plus or minus 2 and so on. It can take up to plus or minus 7 whose square is 49. We can't take plus or minus 8 because the square is 64, right? It will end up here. So how many possibilities in this case, Ram? So if you take x equals to 0 and here the y values are possibilities like here 7 2s are 14 plus 1, 15 possibilities you will be having. So total 15 possibilities you got here, right? 15 order pairs. Now case 2 what I will say is I will put x equals to plus or minus 1. I want to put x square equals to 1. That means x equals to plus or minus 1. That means Here x square equals to 1, x equals to plus or minus 1 I can keep. Here 4 plus, which indicates that 4 plus y square is less than 52. So y square is less than 48. So now y values can take from 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and so on, plus or minus 6. Up to plus or minus 6 it will go. Right? Here x is having plus 1 or minus 1. It can take 1 or minus 1. For one case, you can say 0 plus or minus 1, 6 twos are 12 plus 1, 13. For x equals to 1, you have 13 possibilities. For x equals to minus 1, again you will have 13 possibilities. So 13 into 2. So total you will be having 26 possibilities here, right? Next, third case. So what we can do is keep x square equals to 4, which indicates x equals to plus or minus 2. So you'll be getting 4 4s are 16 plus y square should be less than 52. So which indicates y square should be less than 36, right? So y square less than 36 means y can take the values from 0, 1, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2 up to plus or minus 5. As it is strictly less than 36, we can't take plus or minus 6, right? So how many possibilities are there for each one? 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 1 11, and 11 into 2, because plus 2 you have 11, minus 2 will have 11, so that is 22 possibilities, right? Next, another case, x square equals to 9, so which indicates x should be plus or minus 3, right? So now 9 plus y, 4x square, right? So 36 plus y square should be less than 52, so y square should be less than 16, which indicates that y equals to 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3. That's it. So it can't go up to 4 because it's strictly less than, right? So total here 6 plus 1, 7, 7 twos are 14 possibilities. Total 14 here, right? Similarly, fifth case, you can write x square equals to 25, sorry, x square equals to 16, 16 4 is 64 plus y square less than 52. 64 plus y square cannot be less than 52. No solution here. From here onwards, there won't be any solution. So how many solutions we got? So 14 plus 22. So you got 36. 36 plus 26. 36 plus 26. How much? 62. 62 plus 15. You got 77. So the answer must be 77. So that is first option itself, right? So that's how we can do simple counting for third question, right? Next, fourth question. What is given? Complex number is given. Let us C is equals to set of Z belongs to complex number. 4Z square plus Z conjugate equals to 0. Then they were asking for sigma of modulus of Z square for all Z belongs to S. Right? That means first of all you need to calculate what are the complex numbers that belongs to this set. Right? Let's evaluate that. So how can we evaluate that? So question is 4z square plus z conjugate must be 0, right? So let's say z is equals to x plus I by I'm taking. So substitute in the equation. So x square minus y square plus 2y xy plus x minus iy equals to 0 you will be getting. So if you consider real part, what is real part? 4x square minus y square plus x plus I times of 8xy minus y equals to 0. So here clearly this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. So one complex number is getting 0 means the real part must be 0 and the imaginary part must also be 0. So which indicates that, so 4 times of x square minus y square plus x must be 0 and 8xy minus y should be 0. So I will consider this condition here. So y times of 8x minus 1 equals to 0, which indicates y equals to 0 or x equals to 1 by 8. Okay. So first I will consider y equals to 0 now, and I can substitute in this equation. So which will get 4 times of x square plus x equals to 0. So which will give x times 4x plus 1 equals to 0. So x equals to 0 or x equals to minus 1 by 4. So the solutions for this case is 0 comma 0, x is 0, y is 0, x is minus 1 by 4 and 0, right? Now similarly here y x equals to 1 by 8 if I am taking here, and if I substitute over here 4 times of 1 by 8 square, right? So 1 by 8 square minus y square plus 1 by 8 equals to 0. So that means 1 by 8 into 2 plus 1 by 8 minus 4y square equals to 0. So if I take 1 by 8 out, 1 by 8 into 3 by 2 equals to 4y square. So what I can do is y square equals to 3 by 64. So y equals to plus or minus root 3 by 8. So this is the value we are getting. So finally what we got, x is 1 by 8. We can take y as root 3 by 8. X is 1 by 8. Y as minus root 3 by 8. Total 4 solutions are there. So now these are the solutions belongs to this set S. Now you need to calculate magnitude of Z whole square sigma. So sigma magnitude of Z square, right? So sigma modulus of Z square means, so you have to take the sum. So first complex number is 0, right? So the square is 0 square. Next complex number is minus 1 by 4. So the square is 1 by 16. Plus next complex number is 1 by 8 plus I root 3 by 8. So magnitude square means 1 plus 3, 4. 4 by 8 square, right? Next here also the same thing, 4 by 8 square. So 1 by 16 plus 4 by 8 square plus 4 by 8 square means 8 by 8 square, you will be getting 1 by 8, or you can write 2 by 16. Here this one has 2 by 16, right? So you'll be getting 3 by 16 is the answer. So the answer is 3 by 16. Yeah, first option itself. Done. It is also easy question, right? Next, yeah, limits question. So whenever you have limit question, that is 100% solvable, and that too you can solve it easily, right? So the question, you have to see the what is the context of the question, right? Here the question is like this. So some limit is given equals to 2, then a square plus b square plus c square equals to how much? They were asking that. And here there were unknowns within the limit, and you need to calculate those unknowns. Very simple question. What we need to do is, first of all, the limit is having unknowns, right? So whenever you need to find out unknowns, definitely we need to use expansions concept. Okay, that will get you easily. Okay, so what I will do is just I will replace the corresponding expressions with their expansion, as definitely x is tending to x is approaching to 0, right? So we can use expansions clearly. So e power x expansion, we already know 1 plus e power expansion is I am writing here. So 1 plus, so what are the expansion we are going to use e power x, cos x, and log of 1 plus x. I will write here. So e power x expansion, yeah, e power x is 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus and so on, right? And cos x expansion is 1 minus x square by 2 factorial plus x power 4 by 4 factorial minus x power 6 by 6 factorial and so on, right? Definitely you need to memorize these expansions for solving the limits easily, right? And log of 1 plus x expansion also we can write x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 and so on. Okay, so whatever, just I will replace the expressions with their expansions. So limit extending to 0, e power a minus x. So e power a minus x, that means 1 plus a minus 1 into x by 1 factorial, 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial. Let me write up to x square, what each expression up to x square itself. So I can write this one as this, and 2 times of cos bx, that means 1 minus bx whole square by 2 factorial, right? So we can stop it here, or you can continue for the next time also, but I don't think it needed. So we can take up to x square, right? Next, c minus 2 into e power minus x expansion. That means 1 minus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial and so on, right? Whole by x cos x. That means 1 minus x square by 2 factorial minus log of 1 plus x. That means x minus x square by 2. So that's it. Up to there we can write. Now observe this limit. So limit extending to 0. So write the constant term first of all. 1 here, 2 here, and c minus 2 here. So c minus 2 plus 3. You will be getting c plus 1, right? Next, coefficient of x, a minus 1 here and nothing here, minus of c minus 2, right? So a minus 1 minus of c minus 2. Okay, this is x coefficient. Next, x square coefficient. Here, sorry, here it should be square, a minus 1 whole square. Yeah, a minus 1 whole square by 2 factorial. Then here you are getting minus 2 into b square by 2 factorial, and here we are getting c minus 2 by 2 factorial, right? So this one whole by, here if you write x and x here, x will cancel out, and you can neglect this term and we can approximate to x square by 2, right? So denominator dominating term is x square. So the numerator, so whatever the numerator is there, so the constant term must be 0 and x coefficient must be 0 for the limit to exist. Otherwise, the limit won't exist, because if you constant is there, then k by x square means x is tending to 0. Some constant by 0, the limit does not exist, right? So constant must be 0. So clearly c plus 1 must be 0, which indicates c must be minus 1, right? And here, so a minus 1 minus of c minus 2 equals to 0. So a minus 1, c means minus 1 itself, minus 1 means plus 3, you will be getting. So a plus 2 equals to 0, so a is equals to minus 2. A also we got. Similarly, so the here if this is 0 and this is also 0, so here x square cancels out and 2 will go upside, and the limit will be like this, 2 times of a minus 1 whole square by 2 factorial minus b square plus c minus 2 by 2 factorial. That means 2 should be equals to, what is the limit value given? 2, right? So it is 2. Okay. So you'll get a minus 1 whole square minus 2b square plus c minus 2 equals to 2. Okay. Just substitute the values here. A is minus 2. That means minus 2 minus 1 whole square, you will get 9. Minus 2b square plus c is minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 will be having equals to 2. Okay, so you'll be getting 6 minus 2b square equals to 2, 2b square equals to 4, b square equals to 2. Done. We got b square, and what we needed to calculate, a square plus b square plus c square. So a is minus 1, sorry, a is minus 2, so a square is 4, c square is 1, b square is 2. So sum them up. 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 2, 7. So the answer must be 7. Done? Yep. So it's a very easy question. Whenever limits questions are there, always try to use these kind of shortcuts. So if you want to calculate the unknown quantities or some constants, so go with the expansions, right? Yeah. Now here, another question, sixth question. Actually, this question, there is a mistake and it was dropped from the questions. It was dropped given by NTA. Okay, because we can't solve this question directly. Okay, so I mean, let me explain why we can't solve the question. So suppose we are taking the differential equation like this. What is given? Root of x plus 9 root x plus 4 plus 9 plus root x cos y dy equals to 1 plus 2 sin y dx. Okay, so for x greater than 0. So anyways, yeah. So as x is greater than 0, here we can see, what I can say is I can take 1 plus 2 sin y as some p. Okay. So what I can do is, so now if I differentiate it, I get 2 cos y dy equals to dp. Right. Here we are having cos y dy itself, so we can substitute over here. So, and similarly, we can take this part, yeah, this part as t, or else just I'm rearranging them. So what I can do is, yeah, dx by root of x plus 9 root x, 4 plus root of 9 plus root x. Okay, just I'm writing like this. Cos y dy by 1 plus 2 sin y. So as per our conversion, this will be, yeah, it will be directly converted as 1 by 2 times of dp by 1 by 2 times of dp by p. Okay, and I think, yeah, 16 is missing here. Yeah, 16 times you can write here, or else you can take this 16 to this side. Okay, yeah, so it is clearly 8. Sorry, 16. Yeah, yeah, done. So now it is 8. Now here, if you see the terms here, I can clearly notice that 4 plus root of 9 plus root x I can take as some t. Okay, so if I differentiate it, I will be getting 1 by 2 root of 9 plus root x into 1 by 2 root x dx. I can write it as dt. Here 1 1 by 4 times of root x into root of 9 plus root 2 root x supposed to be converting like this, but unfortunately it is not converting. So that's why we can't solve this question. Can't solve. So it is given drop. Okay, right. So anyways, let's move to the next question, which is seventh question. So statement question. So in this January session, statement questions are given. A good number of statement questions were given. So let's see what is the question here. Among the statements, statement one, A of 5 comma minus 1, B of minus 2 comma 3 are two vertices of a triangle whose orthocenter is 0 comma 0. Then its third vertex is. So two vertices given, orthocenter is given. Then they are asking for the third vertex. Right? Just draw the rough figure of the triangle. So there is a triangle over. So A is 5 comma minus 1, B is minus 2 comma 3. Orthocenter, that means, yeah, point of concurrency of altitudes, H 0 comma 0. Now you need to calculate this third vertex C, right? So let's calculate it. So it's pretty much simple. Here BC line equation is passing through minus 2 comma 3, and it is clearly perpendicular to this AD, let us say. AD means it is also perpendicular to AH, can I say? So what is slope of AH? Slope of AH I am solving. So slope of AH means minus 1 by 5. Okay, so as AH is perpendicular to BC, so can I say slope of BC is 5, because product of two perpendicular slopes is minus 1, right? So now we know the slope of BC and we know the point. We can find the equation of BC. So BC equation we can find like y minus 3 equals to 5 times of x plus 2. So what you got, 5x minus y plus 10 plus 13 equals to 0, right? So this is BC equation. Similarly, we can calculate AC equation also. So A is passing through this point. Let's calculate BH. So BH is perpendicular to AC. So slope of BH is 3 by minus 2. So slope of AC is 2 by 3. So the point we already know, 5 comma minus 1. So y plus 1 equals to 2 by 3 times of x minus 5, right? So 3y plus 3 equals to 2x minus 10. So now we are going to get 2x minus 3y minus 13 equals to 0. So this is another equation, right? So what we can do is just we can substitute the point and we can verify in the equations. Suppose if I substitute minus 4 comma minus 7, or else you can solve the question, solve the two equations. So minus 4 comma minus 7 means minus 20 plus 7 minus 13 plus 13. Yeah, fine. 0. Again minus 4 comma minus 7. So minus 4 comma minus 7 means minus 8 plus 20. Yeah, plus 21. 21 minus 8 means, yes, of course, it is 13. 13 minus 2, yes, it satisfies. So, yes, of course, it is the third vertex. The statement 1 is correct. Next, if positive numbers 2a, b, c are three consecutive terms of AP, then the lines ax plus by plus c are concurrent, right? So, very nice question. It's a standard question. We already know how to solve it. So, now what we can do is, sorry. Yeah. So what we can do is, so 2a, b, c are in AP. So can I say 2b is equals to 2a plus 2c? Because 2b equals to a plus c condition is there for AP. So from here, I can form 2a minus 2b plus c equals to 0. Now comparing this one with this line equation, what is the equation? Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. So irrespective of a, b, c, if x is, if you compare this one with this one, so that means a of 2 plus b of minus 2 plus c. So that means irrespective of a, b, c, this condition holds, right? So that means it will always pass through this x comma y point, which is 2 comma minus 2, right? So they are concurrent at 2 comma minus 2 given. So that statement is also right. Second statement is also right. So both the statements are correct. So both are correct. Fourth option. Done. Yep. So let's go to eighth question now. So what is given here? Yeah, it is also an interesting question. So vectors questions is there. Vector question is given. So solution, what you can say, a bar is given. So just you can write 2 minus 1, 1. And b bar is also given. Lambda 2, sorry, 0 lambda 2, dot 2. Lambda belongs to integers. Lambda belongs to integers. Be two vectors and the c bar equals to a bar cross b bar. D bar be vector of magnitude 2 in yz plane. Magnitude of c bar is root 53. Then maximum possible value of c bar dot d bar whole square is equals to, right? Anyways, let's see the question. So a bar is given clearly, b bar is given. Now c bar is a bar cross b bar. So let's find c bar equals to a bar cross b bar. We know how to find cross product, so which is I j k minus 1 1 0 lambda 2. So you will be getting c bar as minus 2 minus lambda and minus of 4 and 2 lambda, right? So this is c bar. So and already magnitude of c bar is given root 53. So magnitude of c bar square equals to 53. We can calculate the magnitude from here. So substitute lambda minus 2 means whole square means, or else you can write here plus 16 plus 4 lambda square equals to 53. Here 1 lambda square will be there. Here 4 lambda square, 5 lambda square you can get. And here plus 4 lambda is there. Plus 4 plus 16 plus 20 is there. If you take this one to this side, so you'll be getting plus 20 minus 53 minus 33 equals to 0. So 33 5 means, so what I can say, 11 into 15. 15 minus 11, 4. Yeah. Right. 5 lambda square plus 15 lambda minus 11 lambda minus 33 equals to 0. So 5 lambda minus 11 and lambda plus 3 equals to 0. So therefore lambda equals to 11 by 5 or lambda equals to minus 3, right? So out of these two values, which value we need to select? Lambda belongs to integers is given, no? So this should be rejected and lambda equals to minus 3 we need to take, right? So we got lambda. So once you got lambda, you get a c bar from here. So c bar is, our c bar is, so substitute that value here, minus 2 plus 3 1 minus 4 minus 6. C bar we got, right? Now what is the extra data given here? Other data. So d bar is a vector of magnitude 2 in yz plane. Now you need to calculate c bar dot d bar maximum square. So the maximum value of this one. And d bar is in yz plane. Okay, so generally many students do one mistake here. So generally what they do, and magnitude of d bar is also given as 2, right? So generally what they do, so maximum value of c bar dot d bar square they were asking. So what they will do is magnitude of c bar whole square, magnitude of c bar into magnitude of d bar will be the maximum value of this one, because so c bar dot d bar means magnitude of c bar into magnitude of d bar into cos of angle between them. If cos theta is maximum, then mod c bar dot mod c bar dot mod d bar c bar dot d bar will be the maximum value. I mean, the maximum value will be this, right? But the thing here is, for this to happen, for the maximum value to achieve this value, cos theta must be 1. That means theta must be 0 degrees or pi. So that means cos theta can be plus or minus 1, right? So that means both of the vectors either parallel or anti-parallel, right? So, but the question here, they were saying that D bar lies on the YZ plane, but C bar is in a 3D space. Suppose this is YZ plane. Let us say my palm is YZ plane and D bar is somewhere here, right? And C bar is like this. But so whatever D bar you take, that should be in the plane of this palm, and C bar is like this, so they can never be parallel. So that's the twist here. So many students will do the mistake. So how can we solve this? So let's see what is C bar dot D bar. So given that magnitude of D bar is 2 and D bar lies in YZ plane, let me assume D bar equals to YJ cap plus ZK cap. So as magnitude is 2, so root of y square plus z square equals to 2. So y square plus z square is 4. How much? This one. Now, yeah, coming to dot product. So what is the dot product here? C bar dot D bar. C bar is 1 minus 4 minus 6 dot 0 y z, right? So what you are getting, minus 4y minus 6z. So they were asking for c bar dot d bar whole square. That means square means you can take out a 2 common, 4 times of 2x plus 3z whole square. So you need to calculate maximum of this value, 2x plus 3z, right? So, sorry, 2, not 2x, 2y, 2y plus 3z, 2y plus 3z, right? So clearly I can, I have y square plus z square equals to 4 and 2y plus 3z is there. So here it is linear form and it is of perfect square form. So by just looking it, I am getting the idea of Cauchy squares inequality. Cauchy squares inequality. I told you this paper contains interesting questions, right? So this is also one of the interesting question. So many students will do the mistake and they will end up in keeping mod c bar into mod d bar whole square. But you have to do like this, right? That means a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3 is always less than or equals to square root of a1 square plus a2 square plus a3 square times b1 square plus b2 square plus b3 square, right? So applying the same thing here. So 2y plus 3z is less than or equals to under root 4 plus, that means 2 square plus 3 square times y square plus z square. So the less than or equals to 4 plus 9, 13, and y square plus z square is already 4. So substitute over here. So less than or equals to root 1252, root 52. Okay. Now we wanted the 4 times of square of the value, right? So for maximum, this is always less than or equals to 4 times of square of the value means 52. So this is less than or equals to 208. So the maximum value it can take is 208. So let's see where the option is. Yeah, third option. Done. Yeah. So it's a nice question. So do check it out. Right. Next. Question number 9. What is there here? So X is given as a column matrix is a solution of system of equations Ax equals to B, where adjoint of A is given as this. Adjoint A is given. B is given, then mod of x plus y plus z they are asking. Very simple question, normal IPE question we can say. Here AX equals to B, right? So here if inverse of A exists, so we can see the det of adjoint A here. What is det of adjoint A we can calculate here, right? How much? 4 into 3 0 plus 10, yeah, minus 2 into how much? Minus 15 minus 5 minus 20 plus 2 into 10, 20, 40, 60 plus 40, 100. So det of adjoint A is 100. So, and already we know det of adjoint A is nothing but det A whole power n minus 1, where n is the order of the matrix. So that is det A square. So det of A square equals to 100. So det A will be plus or minus 10. So we know the determinant, and det of A is non-zero. So we can say A inverse exists, right? So what I can do is I will multiply with A inverse on both sides. I will be getting x equals to A inverse into B. And we already know the formula for A inverse, that is A inverse equals to 1 by det A into adjoint of A. So what I can say is 1 by det A means 1 by 10 into adjoint of A into B. So x we can calculate from here. So this is plus or minus 10 we can keep, right? So 1 by plus or minus 10. What is adjoint of A? Already given here. So 422 minus 505. 422 minus 5 0 5 1 minus 2 3. 1 minus 2 3 into call matrix B 402. So what you are going to get? 1 by plus or minus 10 anyways. 16 plus 4 20, right? Minus 20 plus 20 0. 4 plus 6 10. Okay, how much you are getting? Minus 20. Yeah, minus 20 plus minus 20 plus 10, no, sorry, here minus 10 you will be getting minus 20 plus 10, and 4 plus 6 10, right? And 16 plus 4, right? Done. So here x, if you take determinant as plus 10, here it will be 2 minus 1 1 or minus 2 1 minus 1, right? So anyways, det of x plus y plus z, if you compare this one with the x plus y plus z, this is nothing but x y z, right? So you'll be getting 2 plus minus 1 plus 1, so which is 2. So the answer is 2. Done.